Our next guest's journey perhaps began with a journey. Relocated by her parents in her late teens to Ireland, she left behind the life she knew, taking on a whole new culture, language, education structure, and even potential career. Improving her limited English, she began a wide range of exhausting jobs, from washing dishes to working in meat factories and even home care. And after a year of trying desperately to make ends meet, living on a small budget far away from the life that she once knew, she realized how life could be a treadmill, working hard but going nowhere, even with the emotional support of many wonderful people she met along the way, including her husband-to-be. Lonely, exhausted, and wanting more from life, she knew that a radical change was needed, and a 3-year learning transition began, working 3 jobs just to pay for her studying. On that journey, every true entrepreneur strives towards, to seek a better life. And gaining a wide range of qualifications was not enough, and she began to learn about both the glamour and ugly sides to running your own business in the beauty industry. But always pressing forwards, she continued her education and her extensive certifications over the next decade and a half on a never-ending journey in wanting more, establishing her own beauty salon, generating additional income from many wellness-focused MLM businesses too, and becoming a creator of a wide range of health and beauty products, as well as being an ambassador for a sportswear company too. As a proud working mum of 3 children and an example for entrepreneurship against the odds, she's since also launched a Boss Mum podcast to help encourage others wishing to take life into their own hands and make more out of it, especially those wishing to run their own business while running after their kids. And here with a talk focused on raising a business while raising a family, we bring to you Patricia McMahon. Good morning, Patricia.
Oh my God, thank you so much for that introduction. It's actually got me very emotional because I think sometimes we actually forget how far we came to this place when we're sitting, and sometimes we actually don't get involved our emotion to regular basis, how hard we used to work. So it was really good memory line trip for me, definitely, to actually rethink everything what I did in my life. So here you are, I am here today to really talk about limiting beliefs to all of you. So I hope you will get as much possible like inspiration for yourself, guys. And as I said, I would like get that interaction. So come on constantly with the chats for start, and then we can switch on to have a chat, because I think that one subject is recently very, very close to my heart because I really understood that. So where I would like to start. So basically, a lot of people who growing the businesses and they would like achieve something else in their life, but they are stuck. They don't know what's going on in their life, and why they are stuck. They don't know what's going on in their lives. So the whole way of the limited beliefs coming now to actually our awareness, and the people who actually doing coaching, as we have Annie here, I think she probably heard that many times about limiting beliefs. So, but not everybody heard that before with their regular businesses. Be honest with you, as a younger girl and a teenager and younger adult, I thought that I never had a limited belief. I didn't think something like that exists. I never heard about that. I was just going to get my business ready, and I was very successful to the point when I just decided to just totally change my life. And then I came across a wall that I couldn't break through. So just to get you an introduction about limiting beliefs, if anyone from you ever thought about that, any of you have a limiting belief, if you would like just typing in the chat here, just do you know your beliefs, or did you ever actually heard about the words like that, limiting beliefs? Yes, exactly. They are our past, they are our present, and they are unfortunately our future, because they will never actually change if we will not work hard enough for them. So I just put a we statement here for you. If somebody Googles, so that's why this morning I just decided to just quick to just jump and to see what our Google doctor, Google master will actually said about limiting beliefs, if somebody is interested in it. So a limiting belief is a state of mind or belief about yourself that restricts you in some way. These beliefs are often about yourself that can cause a number of negative results. So if you want like dive deep from that, many of those beliefs that we actually creating in our life about ourselves, they are actually not even ours. They are imprinted on us. They are programmed in us since childhood. So have you ever think that any of the particular limit beliefs actually might stop you to achieve anything in your life? Because as I said, mine eventually show up in my late 30s, which one I was really shocked because I thought that my life was perfect. My life was exactly set the way as I want. But then something just happened in my life and just those weird things start creeping up. So one of my limited beliefs is like, for example, not belonging. So my no belonging came from my school. And it's very funny that it's actually, I didn't realize when that came from, because when somebody told me, what does it mean you don't belong? You don't belong where you want to be because maybe you don't have enough in your education, you are not smart enough, or just you are not good enough. That's the sentence usually we hear. You are not good enough. And is that sentence that you hear in your voice, in your head, it's actually yours? No, it's not. If you actually back to your childhood, many of those beliefs are raised by your family, your friends, maybe your colleagues from your school, your teachers, somebody who was looking after you. Because many times happen that there is circle. The person who you were around might have some limited beliefs that they are automatically passed to you. So till you actually get awareness of your limited beliefs and to know how to actually shift them, then you will not pass that stage because you will always have that voices in your head. And years ago, be honest with you, I thought that talking to yourself is actually something wrong with you, till I actually end up with a lot of counseling session. And actually now I found that it's actually quite a regular thing that you talk to yourself because you talk to yourself as your child. So it's very weird for some people to grasp that whole idea about your inner child. But it is many times another situation that we do in our life that we react on something as our small me would do. So the way as we got hurt as a children, the way as we were treated as a children, it sometimes many times just come outside till actually, like I said before, we can understand the whole idea, what that child needed from me at this moment. As I said, 10 minutes, it's very short time to actually talk about limited beliefs, but the most important it is actually, I think, to recognize what your limited beliefs is and to actually really think where they came from. Because till you recognize them, then you will actually never pass your success limit because it will always be some obstacles in your head that will stop you, that you hear, as I said, from any type of environment that you used to grow up. And it is very sad because as we think, I don't know, like your childhood, but my childhood unfortunately wasn't as pleasant as I would like to be. And I am actually, I think, a generation that breaking the circle to my children, that you're actually looking as your children as a young adults, like young people who can make their own decision, and they are beautiful and they are smart and they are intelligent and they are brilliant as they are, and they have voices that they can speak out loud. The difference it is when I grew up in my generation, it was children could be seen, not heard. I think that's the big signing here in Ireland and my side, but I don't know on the other side of yours. So children used to be treated like sometimes like a thing, and sometimes that children don't have opinions, the children were treated downline. And many of us, if we really look into our childhood, could actually meet things like that situation, not necessarily from your parents, as I said, but sometimes could be environment, the type of school you went, then maybe the type of extra activity you went that was awful high competition. So as I said, back to my limited belief when I didn't belong, it was, and I went to art school. Excuse me. And the art school was very prestigious school from around area where I used to live. And I knew it definitely my parents couldn't afford to that school, me to be there. And for 6 years, I had to fight. I had to constantly fight to be in the line with some of those very rich kids that they were treated always better because of the relationship, parents, teachers. Unfortunately, I thought that when I finished school, that's it, my one part of my life was end. But then I found that I constantly was reaching to that. I constantly felt like on the treadmill, that I was in the race, that I had to fight constantly to be seen, to be appreciated, to be have a high qualification. And that's what I said, I never understand that. So in the line of if you write your personal situation, I am one of the very high achiever, but I didn't know that it was actually issue. I thought that this is just, I like achieving stuff, but I thought that more now till I was going through the mentoring program, that's the case. This is why, because I constantly feeling that I have to impress people, that I have to get somewhere to belong. And this time it's showing me, it was, I think the big thing it struck to me when I travel, and for the first time in my life, I met like a lot of women who were entrepreneurs, and they were really very inspirational and very empowering. And it was like about 30 of us in the room. And I felt, oh my God, this is not my place. I shouldn't be here. And when the round came to me, introduced myself and talked about myself, I was like, I'm so sorry. I cannot even talk too much because I don't have knowledge the way as used to. I don't have experience. I don't think I even should be here. So this is when it struck me for the first time proper that still there's something not right in my head, that really, why do you feel like that? But that's what's happened to me. It was literally from my school. But as I said, that period of time was very long for me. It was 6 years. But for some people, for some children, the period can be only one occasion. There could be something that happened to you only once, can just totally change your life forever. Could be even some type of trauma, or could be some type of expose that you felt that you were very vulnerable as a child and nobody protects you. And that can really stop you to reach your achieving and high goals in your business. So first of all, I think what is important to do, to just think for yourself and your businesses, where you're sitting at this moment. So just if you can just take the piece of paper and say to yourself, this is where I am at this point. This is my line, and this is where I want to be. So this is your future. This is your imagination. This is your dreams. And the main thing, just you can ask yourself, what is stopped me to get there? Is there anything that stopped me? Because as I said, we all know here, we all were talking about limited beliefs. And as I said, I thought that before I never had any limited beliefs because I was so successful. But there can come to our point of life that there is something we want to jump a bit higher. And that doesn't allow us to jump that extra inch, to get that extra success, to get your business driven a little bit more, to get those maybe extra employees. For example, with a lot of business, it could be people who are self-employed. I cannot get employees because I have to do everything myself. Why do you have to do everything yourself? Or I cannot take employees because I'm not a good leader. Why you are not a good leader? So all those things, if you really write on the piece of paper and just speak to yourself truly honest, without any judgment, nobody judging you anymore. The thing it is, it's only you can change your way of thinking. And when you're thinking and when you're reprogramming yourself to understand that many of those beliefs are not yours, that you heard them as a child, that somebody told you that you are not worthy, that somebody told you that you don't belong here, that somebody told you you are not good enough, it's not yours. It was imprinted in you from no age. And it was just, unfortunately, then carried for many years. And that's why what I said, I realized that many limited beliefs can stop any type of business growing to the next level. Because as I said, it's easier to say, I have a successful business. I don't have any limiting beliefs. Are you? Did you actually sit and think, this is what you want, set your life for another 20 years? Or you can do something else, or you can push that wee bit extra to change your mindset, to get better on something, to just change your mindset. So I just leave it like that because as Sindre knows, I can talk. So I passed my 10 minutes, I think. As I said, it's a massive subject. I just literally touch, and I know I was just talking with it around a lot of things because they are so relative, but I hope I get you with that value that maybe gets you to think with it extra. What is your next step for your business and what you would like truly get out there as yourself, as a person who can really achieve anything what you want to. So thank you so much for listening.